Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jai Vishnu Pada Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya, His Divine Grace, His Bhaktivedanta, Swami Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai, Śrīmad Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai, Namacharya Śrīla Haridas Thakur ki jai, Granthara Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga, all glories to Śrīla Prabhupada. Reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 15, Text 20, and then we'll go on to the next verse because no purport. Tadaiva te param jnanam dadami griham agataha gatvanya vinivesham te putrameva dadamyaham. Tadaiva te param jnanam dadami grihamagataha gatvanya vivesham te putrameva dadamyaham. Tataiva te param jnanam dadami grihamagataha gatvanya vinevesham te putrameva dadamyaham. Did I say Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tadaiva te param jnanam dadami grihamagata Gatvanya viniveshamte putrameva dadamyaham. Namite param jnanam dadami grihamagata Gatvanya viniveshamte putram eva dadamyaham. Tada, then, eva, indeed, te, unto you, param, transcendental, jnanam, knowledge, dadami, I would have delivered, griham, to your home, agataha, came, gatva, knowing, anyavinevesham, absorption in something else, in material things. Te, your, putram, a son, eva, only, dadami, gave, aham, I. Translation. When I first came to your home, I could have given you the supreme transcendental knowledge, but when I saw that your mind was absorbed in material things, I gave you only a son who caused you jubilation and lamentation. There's no purport, I'll just read the next. Adhuna putrinam tapo bhavatya vyanuveyate evam dara griha rajyo rayo vivida shriyaya sampadaha sabdadayascha vishayas chalajajya vibhutaya mahi rajyam balam kosho brityamatya shrihij janaha sarvepi surasene me shokamoha bhayartidaha gandharva nagara prakhya shapna maya manorathi ratha. Translation. My dear king, now you are actually experiencing the misery of a person who has sons and daughters. O king, owner of the state of Surasena, one's wife, his house, the opulence of his kingdom, and his various other opulences and objects of sense gratification, of sense perceptions, are all the same in that they are temporary. One's kingdom, military power, treasury, servants, ministers, friends, and relatives are all causes of fear, illusion, lamentation, and distress. Listening carefully, these are all very instructions, good for us to know. They are like a Gandharva Nagara, a non-existent palace that one imagines to exist in the forest. Because they are impermanent, they are no better than illusion, dreams, and mental concoctions. Purport. This verse describes the entanglement of material existence. Material existence, the living entity, possesses many things. The material body, children, wife, and so on. Deha patya kalata dishu. One may think that these will give him protection, but that is impossible. In spite of all these possessions, the spirit soul has to give up his present situations and accept another. The next situation may be unfavorable, but even if it is favorable, one must give it up and again accept another body. In this way, one's tribulations in material existence continues. A sane man should be perfectly aware that these things will never be able to give him happiness. One must be situated in his spiritual identity and eternally serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead as a devotee. Angira Rishi and Narad Muni gave this instruction to Maharaj Chitraketu. So nice, huh? The purport. These are the basic instructions that the great sages and devotees instruct us. That we must come out of illusion. The material existence is like a dream, it's mentioned in the translation. It's like a dream. Why? Because it doesn't have the real value in it. That's why a sadhu, a great devotee, he is in knowledge. He understands these things come and go like the winter and summer. He's not affected. He's fixed in knowledge. Brahmabhuta prasanyatma na sochati na kangshati. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that this Brahmabhuta, one who is in the spiritual platform, he is not affected by happiness and distress, nakangshati, and hankering and lamentations, because he is fixed in knowledge. Deha pratya kalatradishu. One is surrounded by family members, wife, children, and wealth, and it's mentioned here, treasury, servants, ministers, friends, and relatives, all causes of fear, illusion, lamentation, and distress. This is the very reason why we are all here in the material world, and we are stuck in the material existence because of this illusory potency of Maya. Maya dashyana prakriti shruyate sacharacharam. Krishna says, this is Maya. This is my energy. My energy, material energy, is a very strong energy. Potency, spiritual potency actually. Material or spiritual. Krishna says, aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pravartate. Krishna says, all material energy that we see, illusory potency and spiritual potency, are emanations from Him. So, devotees are never in illusion because we are fixed in knowledge. We know the material world, the family and servants and these are all various other opulences and objects of sense perceptions are all the same in that they are temporary. One's kingdom, military power, treasury, servants, ministers, friends, and relatives are all causes of fear, illusion, lamentation, and distress. They are like a Gandharva Nagara, non-existent palace that one imagines to exist in the forest. Because they are impermanent, they are no better than illusion, dreams, mental concoctions, dreams. Just like we eat. We're hungry, we eat, but then we're hungry again. And then we go on and on. The material existence is like that, like a dream. Prabhupada explains elsewhere, like a mirage. You're in a desert and looking for water. And the deer runs for water. And sometimes on a road, and you see far distance, there seems to be water, but it's only a reflection. And you run and run, you get there, there's no water. So, material existence, the material world, all the surroundings of so-called sense enjoyment looks like there is some pleasure there, but it's actually very illusory. Illusory pleasure, temporary pleasure. And it causes misery, sources of suffering. That's why the devotees are very strong. Strength is in knowledge. That's why Narad Muni, Angira Muni, they came to the house of Chitraketu. And in the first verse it says, when I first came to your home, I could have given you the supreme transcendental knowledge. But when I saw that your mind was observing material things, I gave you only a son. Getting pretty fired up and it's falling off. I gave you only a son who caused you jubilation and lamentation. So Krishna always gives us whatever we need. Even if we ask Krishna for material things, He will give you. It's not that Krishna wants us to serve Him. He also wants us to be happy in whatever condition we are in. Even if it's material condition, He is giving us whatever we ask from Him. Even if we know that these things are entangling, but He will give us because we are crave for it. I was just talking with some Mataji, and she was saying, why is it we say, even a blade of grass doesn't move without the sanction of God? So why is it that we desire for material things? Why He is giving that? Why He is sanctioning that? Even if we turn away from Him. So my answer was, even if we desire from Krishna material things, we ask for it, we beg for it, we are craving for it, please give. And then He gives. Even if it is harmful to us, then we find out it's not good for us, then we turn to Him. So this material world is created because here we'll get frustrated with the sense enjoyment around us. We get gradually frustrated. Krishna knows these things all lead to us misery. Why did He create it? Because we ask for it. He gives whatever we want. We bother Him. Please give us. We roll on the ground, please. Make a tantrum like a child. I need this chocolate. Even though we know it's harmful, has chemical, too sweet. Oh, I want this, I want that. They're bugging you. Then okay, fine, I have it. Of course, our daughters and sons, devotees, they want only prasadam. They're bugging the parents. I want to go to the temple. I want to see Krishna. Okay, I also. But if you're not devotee, you're only asking for material things. But even material things is Krishna's coming from Krishna. You see a car, a house, all these things, it's made from material energy, Krishna's energy. When you see this building, the building is made out of bricks, cement, wood, right? Paint. These are already here in the earth. We take it and put it all together, assembling it. So you can't say, I'm the creator. Krishna put it all here. We just take it, put it together. Even Krishna gave us the intelligence to assemble it. So Krishna is the creator. Everything is meant for His pleasure. The reason why we are in the material world, because we are jealous of Krishna. I want to be just like Krishna. I want to enjoy why Krishna has it. In Bengal sometimes they say, oh, he has so many wives, why so much? They're jealous. Even they were jealous of Prabhupada. When Prabhupada was here, he was riding in a car, he was getting all the worship from his disciples. Some were very jealous. This is why sometimes we see sannyasis and others, VIP, we eat in a separate room, closed doors, because they have a better facility. If the ordinary devotees see, we get jealous. We maybe curse them or we lust over the food and they get sick. Very subtle thing go in the food. This is why we cover the food. We lust over the food. Dogs and animals. Immediately they want to eat, they're drooling on their mouth. Then we can offer that to Krishna. This is why when you're cooking, we don't want people to see even. The subtly we're thinking, oh, so good, I want to eat it. There's just some lingering of feelings. So we have to have a very, very clean food, clean consciousness. This for Krishna's pleasure. So when you do things for Krishna's pleasure, then it becomes very pure. As soon as we think, I want to enjoy this, then it's tainted with desire, material desire. It becomes spoiled. Actually, there is so much more pleasure in a service. When you give someone something, you serve the devotees, there's much more pleasure simply enjoying for yourself. There's subtle pleasure. But we have to be very, very careful as devotees. Even us as devotees, we can become entangled in Maya. We see in our temple, we have all kinds of people coming, boys, girls. Then we get attracted, instead of Krishna, to material elements. So much nice food around. We go to other temple, they don't have good food, as much as a nice food that we have here, prasadam. We can become very material conscious. I'm here to serve Krishna, not to eat and sleep. Eating and sleeping is available everywhere. Once the food touches your tongue, once it passes the tongue, it doesn't matter gulab jamun or rice or dal, it's all the same. Once it goes in your stomach, it's the same. It's the tongue that creates that palate of taste. We shouldn't be illusioned by various material elements around us. That tingles in front of our face. That, how you say this word? Like tangles around your face. It's like when you're swimming across the river. Sometimes the river is not raging, but there's lots of all these weeds and stuff. You have to push it aside, these weeds. For a smooth swimming, you have to push all those weeds to the side. Then you can swim nicely across the other side. So these are weeds that come along, performance, devotional service, the weeds come. We have to be able to identify which is weed and push it aside. We are being bombarded, always. We are being tested by Krishna, how much we really want to serve Him. So material element in the form of Maya, always dangling in front of us. Like a donkey. They work really hard. We all work very hard like a donkey. And some may be goofing off, having less work. But Krishna knows everything, who's worked for me hard or not. So we work for Krishna, this is devotional service. We work hard. So we have to keep ourselves engaged. We need to keep ourselves busy. So there's no room for this entanglement. We are fixed in Krishna through service, devotional service. What is devotional service? We know I'm doing this service for Krishna. It is not a donkey. It's spiritual activity. I love it. Foam me at the mouth for serving Krishna. This Vishnupriya Mataji here sitting on the chair, sometimes she's making sweets, milk sweets. You all are eating the burfi, oh, so nice. But it takes 5 hours to make it, one little piece. And then you gulp it down your throat 1 second. But it takes time to make it. There's a lot of work in making that. Oh, thank you, Prabhu, so good. You need to think this, who made it? They worked hard to make that sweet. It's Krishna's energy. He tasted it. Think before you eat it. Otherwise, there should be a consciousness in our understanding. So this verse describes the entanglement of material existence. In material existence, the living entity possesses many things, like material body, children, wife, and so on. Deha patya kalatradishu. The first thing that we possess is our body. No one can say, I'm detached from the body. Everyone is entangled in this bodily consciousness, to an extent. Disciples without a microphone. I don't know how I can talk to 60,000 people without a speaker. In those days it was Satya Yuga. So the first thing that we're attached to is our own body. That's why we call it bodily consciousness. How much money we spent to take care of this body? Just imagine. Because we are devotees, we don't spend much time on the body. Soap, and you take hours of shower, hot shower. You're in the hot shower, you're thinking, so good. If freezing cold, Hare Krishna. So enjoyment can make us forget Krishna. Simple as that. If somebody brings in front of you all kinds of most wonderful prasadam on a silver plate, like Krishna, and you have eaten for days, you're not going to think, you'll go for it. So there's this one great devotee in the Bhagavatam. He fasted for 3 days, or a long time. I don't know exact days. And he was offered prasadam. He was just ready to eat, about to eat. And one beggar came. Said, can I have a little bit? And then he gave it away. And he was just about to eat. After a long fast, you're not in the mood of giving your food away. You want to eat what's on your plate. So the second person came. Can I have some? He gave it away. He didn't think, and there was not much there for him to eat after a long fast. King Rantidev in the Bhagavatam mentioned. And then those two people, they manifest their form. They came in the form of a beggar. Next is Shiva and somebody else. Shiva and Brahma, I think. They said, we are testing you. So just the other day we were fasting for Janmashtami. It's very difficult fast. Radhashtami is coming. We only fast a half a day. She was very merciful. Didn't make us fast too long. Krishna's birth, we had to fast till midnight. And people just eating everywhere, all around. People are eating. How you can fast in the middle of all this food we are cooking? People are eating and smell the food. It's a challenge to be able to fast in the middle of, we're not living in the forest. There's nothing around. You can concentrate on chanting. Of course, it's temple, you can come in. You couldn't come in because it's so crowded. I went in the ashram and try to forget everything, have sleep. So my point is, it's very challenging to be Krishna conscious. Even though it's easy to be Krishna conscious, we are bombarded by a sensual activity and the senses. Senses give us trouble all the time. Even if you are in the temple room, mind will be dwelling on other objects. The mind is so strong that it drags us away from Krishna consciousness. It's a tug of war between us and Krishna, Maya and Krishna. Maya is Krishna's energy. It's mentioned in Bhagavatam. If you pray to Krishna, please leave me alone. Maya will leave you alone because Maya is Krishna's energy. But you're looking for Maya. We're going towards Maya. Come. It's like knowingly jumping in the fire. And you get burnt. Oh, too late. You see people were jumping from the building and doing the 9/11. You can see them. Finish. Chutney. You can see them coming down. But they didn't have any choice. Building on fire. So, material energy, the material existence is burning like fire. Samsara dava nalalida loka tranaya karunya ganaga natam. Samsara means the forest fire of material existence. By the mercy of Guru, Vande Guru Sri Charana, I followed your feet, the spiritual master. By his mercy, the forest fire extinguished. Have you experienced that? When you have a metal thing, you put it in the fire, it becomes red hot. And then you put it in the cold water. I saw always muck around before. I like the sound of it. So, the spiritual master, by their mercy, their blessings, we can extinguish the forest fire, samsara, the material existence. That's burning like fire in our mind and our heart. Burning us away. Lust, anger, greed, they're like fire, burning us down. But still, the materialistic person, they're going to get burned, and they don't mind. Burned again and again. That is called samsara, birth and death, in the cycle, in the different forms of body. Kabu Raja, Kabu Praja, Kabu Sarake, Kabu Narake. Sometime in heaven, sometime in hell. Sometime as a king, sometime a beggar. Trying to experience that sense enjoyment, the sense perception. It's mentioned here, sense perception only. There's no real tangible enjoyment in it. I'm just gonna try again. I just got it. Felt like I got it. We are trying and trying. So that's why I read again. When I first came, Narad Muni said, and Angira Muni, when I first came to your home, I could have given you the supreme transcendental knowledge. I could have given you. But when I saw you, that your mind was absorbing material knowledge, I gave you only a son. Who caused you jubilation and lamentation? It's a gamble. Material life is like a gamble. We keep trying, we keep trying. There's one devotee in Mayapur, he had four daughters. They really wanted a son, badly. So there are some people in India, they can chant mantra, do things and do something spiritual that they can make whoever's coming in the womb of the mother can change into a male. So they pray to Krishna and everything. They keep getting daughters. They wanted a son. They already had 4 daughters. The 5th one they wanted a son. So she was pregnant, and in the beginning stage, and so they prayed to Krishna. They didn't know what's coming, but just to make sure that they wanted to have a son, so they got a brahmana do puja, like sometimes we have a ceremony, yajna, devotees home, and for the health of the child, like this. So they had a brahmana, and apparently there was already a boy, because they prayed for it. So the brahmana, by the mantra, they turned the boy into a girl. They x-rayed it. They said in the beginning it was a boy, because he prayed for it so intensely. So sometimes we muck around with material energy. It's not a good thing. We pray to Krishna, He will give us. But because we have intense desire to enjoy the material world, Krishna provides. Material things also, even those are harmful for us. If somebody likes you so much, why is giving you a harmful life? Why is giving you misery? Because we ask for it. We ask for material body. We ask to come to this material world. He created this material world because we asked for it. We want to be here. All these people that came to the temple, 10,000 people or more, it's very nice. They came to Krishna. But I'm sure not everybody is asking, please, oh Krishna, I beg you, please, I love you so much. I want to be your devotee. Please give me bhakti. Maybe 1%. Everyone is asking for material things. Make me a better life, give me better wealth, give me more health. Because they don't know better. They only know how to ask Krishna material things. That's why only a devotee knows that Krishna, please, I don't want anything. I want to serve you. There was this story from the Mahabharata, Duryodhana and Arjuna. Apparently Krishna told them, whoever I see in the morning, first I see, when I wake up, Krishna told them both, the first person I see, they have the choice to ask me whatever they want. And Arjuna was sitting at the feet of Krishna. Because devotees, we want to serve the Vaishnava, we want to serve Krishna. We sit at the feet of the devotee, we sit at the feet of Krishna. Obviously, when you get up, you see the person next to your feet. And Duryodhana said, I don't want to sit at Krishna's feet. I'll sit next to his head. So Krishna woke up, he saw Arjuna. Duryodhana said, no, you saw me because I'm next to your head. Obviously, you're behind your head. You don't see them because they're next to the feet. Person next to the feet, you see them first. And everybody already knew what Duryodhana was going to ask. Because if you're not devoted to Krishna, you're going to ask material things. If you love someone, you want to serve them. You don't ask anything other than that. So he asked Krishna, I want to serve you. I don't want anything from you. Simply want to serve you. I love you, Krishna. You're my everything. You're my eternal friend. You're my eternal Lord. I want to only serve you. I don't want anything from you. Duryodhana said, no, I don't want you. I want your army. I want to win the battle. You want to win the battle, you have to win Krishna first. So my point is, we have to ask Krishna for spiritual things, how we can serve Krishna. We can ask Krishna for anything, even if it is material, even if it is spiritual. Aham sarvasya, like I said before, it's coming from Krishna only. It's not that everything is inside Krishna. Krishna showed the universal form to Arjuna. Everything was coming from him. Everything was going inside him. But still, we take pleasure in being with Krishna. We don't want to be outside of Krishna. A tiger or a lion, sometimes they carry, the devotee gives this example, sometimes they carry their little baby cubs, tigers, in their mouth because they can't move. They carry them, look like they're so angry, they're biting, but they're carrying them with their mouth. That is out of love. But when they bite us, the tiger, that's a different thing. They don't carry us. So Krishna's energy, material energy, is powerful. Scorching heat. It produces cold and hot material energy. But we want to be in serving Krishna, in pleasing Krishna, in devotion Krishna, devotional service. Krishna is attracted by devotion. Bhaktyamam abhijanati. Krishna says, you can know me through devotion. It's not that we cook a big offering, we expect Krishna to eat. He's the owner of everything. Come on, he doesn't have to eat. He eats our devotion, our hard labor, our bhakti. We put in, the effort we put in. You may be an expert cook, a chef. We are not chef in the kitchen. We just cook. We didn't go to university. We just cook whatever we are good at. We cook that for the pleasure of Krishna. Krishna will accept that offering. Either somebody offer Krishna with a banana leaf, he will not eat because he wasn't offered in a golden plate. He eats the devotion, bhakti, love. You know that story of Vidura's house. Krishna came to Vidura's house. Krishna was supposed to go to the palace and have a big lunch with Duryodhana. Palace. Those days all the plates were made out of gold. Plastic is unheard of. Only now. After eating of the golden plate, they throw it in the bin. I'm just saying that. They kept the plate because it's made out of gold. But those days there was so much gold around. So he went to the house of Vidura. Usually you go to a devotee's house or anyone's house on invitation. He just turned up. Krishna turned up. And Vidura was in ecstasy. Oh, Krishna has come to my place. It's not a palace because Vidura lives in a hut. Somebody invites me to go to a palace to have all this luxury prasadam. I would go there first. Who was going to go to a hut and have nothing there to eat? So Krishna went to Vidura's house. He knew there's not much there, especially you turn up uninvited. They didn't cook for you. It's not that Krishna is hungry, that he need to go to at the house of Duryodhana and eat in the palace. He could have done that, but that's what I'm saying, supporting the verse I mentioned, Bhakti Mama, he's attracted by bhakti. The word bhakti comes from bhakta, devotee. Devotee is one who has love for Krishna. Krishna is not in need of food, he's not that he's hungry. And when he arrived there, Vidura was so happy, so excited. They had bananas only. They had any cooked food. And he was giving Krishna peels. He was throwing the banana because he was so excited. He couldn't tell the difference, banana or a peel. But he was eating it. He knew this is not banana, this is peel I'm eating. But Krishna ate it because the love, he can extract the love out of everything. So consciousness is a very subtle energy in our body. Shukha, very subtle, the consciousness. Krishna consciousness. We say ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Why do you have to put consciousness? What's consciousness to do with the society? Why do you put consciousness? What's that going to do with this, with a movement, with a organization? Consciousness. Krishna consciousness is very clear. Our society is meant to make people Krishna conscious. It's a society where you come to become Krishna conscious. It's not that you come here so you can become a rich person, so you can take initiation, so our Guru Maharaj can take you to America. Initiation is there so we can become Krishna conscious, so we can go back to Godhead. They're uplifting us. So this Hare Krishna movement, you can get everything here, material and spiritual. So we have to understand what is the purpose of my being here in the Hare Krishna movement. Am I going to eat all my way back to Godhead? Take prasadam? Yes, you can. But we all sit down to only eat, there's not going to be service done. So everything is there. We can work hard, take prasadam, keep ourselves busy in serving Krishna. So we don't have time for maya. We don't have time for sensuous gratification, enjoyment. The real enjoyment is in serving Krishna. You can have a family, like Sridhar Maharaj has a family, so many people have a family. But they have to work hard to maintain the family. It's not just ha ha ha. everything just falls on your plate. There's a lot of effort to maintain a family. There's a lot of hardship in life. Study, get a job, it just goes on, and we only live for 100 years or less. What's all this work for? Hard work for? How long do we live? 1,000 years? Think. That's why we have a very short life, very short time. Take Krishna consciousness more seriously. We can go back to Krishna right now. I was just watching a video of Prabhupada. Somebody asked Prabhupada, how long does it take to go back to Godhead? Prabhupada, he said very strongly, he said, 1 moment! Like that. Everyone was like, shocked. 1 moment. And people didn't know what that's supposed to mean, 1 moment. Because we're doing services, but we're not focusing on Krishna consciousness fully. Even though we're fasting all day, we have to break the fast midnight. Perhaps we may be thinking, when the midnight's going to come so I can eat. So your mind is not actually focused on Krishna. You're thinking, when are you going to eat? See how it works? So we need to always see these things in a very crude way, from the bottom of our heart. Am I actually practicing Krishna consciousness? Because time it all brushes all off. So there's always room for improvement in Krishna consciousness. So in a moment you can go back to Godhead. So we're chanting 60 rounds. I'm actually concentrating on the mantra. Each mantra. That's why they had Gurujan Prabhu's retreat, the chanting, chanting retreat, to teach us how to chant. There's even a devotee that goes around, teaches how to chant. It's simple. It's to focus on the mantra. Sometimes I chant this 16 round bang, it takes 2 hours and I've done it. But sometimes we chant 1 round, and at the end of the round, I already passed the round real quick. I didn't think I was chanting Hare Krishna or not. So sometimes I go back. I chanted 2 beads, 3 beads, and I am already here, 4th bead, 5th bead. I was thinking of something. I wasn't thinking of chanting. How did I get on the 5th bead? So sometimes I go back again and start again, just to make sure I'm doing it nicely, not just getting the rounds done. There should be quality. I've seen some people, they have a beads, small beads, they're holding it and they're talking on the phone. The beads there on the fingers. What's the point of chanting? What kind of chanting is that? If you call someone, hey, Darao, come here, and then you're talking, you're scratching your head, that person is going to think this person has no feeling calling me like that. You call someone with devotion, hey, how are you? I haven't seen you for a long time. You call the person name nicely. Then they feel they're calling you. So similarly, Krishna also, He's always there to acknowledge us in our feelings of calling Him. Kidar, who called me? Even way up there, He can hear us. Tadure tadantike. Ishupani said, Krishna said, He is very far and He is very near as well. He's sitting in your own heart. So, Krishna consciousness, this Hare Krishna movement, Srila Prabhupada gave us this process of Krishna consciousness. It's jewel. We're looking for the highest thing, and you can get that here. This process of Krishna consciousness, this Hare Krishna movement, this temple. Before we came to our ISKCON temple, even you go to ISKCON temple in India, it's so clean and so beautiful, and it's so enchanting to just look at the deity, so nicely dressed. And I'm not criticizing. You go to some other temple, it may not be so clean, like ISKCON temple.
Why? Because Prabhupada taught us how to worship the deity. He set the standard. How to be clean, what type of dress, how to speak, what should we wear. Everything is given us by Prabhupada's mercy. There is no need for any invention or concoction. Prabhupada's given us the full package. All we have to do, be here, be part of, like I was saying in Vyas Puja, be part of the family. That's all. Bhaktivedanta Thakur said, Kita Janme, I don't mind to be a bug in the house of a devotee, life after life. Born as a bug on his lawn, in the front yard, so that they can step on me. And Bhaktivedanta Thakur says, we don't even know who these pigeons and birds and fish in the tank there at the pond. They're all devotees. We don't know. Just like I said in the beginning of the class, Brahma and Shiva, they came as a beggar to King Rantidev when he was just about to eat after a long fast. He said, can I have some? He gave his own food away. Then Brahma came. They were in the guise of a beggar. They're Brahma and Shiva. Because he is so devotional, he gave his own food away. They showed their form. We are actually Shiva and Brahma. We want to show, we are testing you. We don't know. We are tested. Who these animals are, all these Indians who are coming here on Janmashtami, we don't know who these people are. They could be anyone, demigod, coming to get blessing for Radharani and Krishna, or to see how we are acting. We don't know. Sometimes bums, they turn up. All kinds of weirdos, bums. Especially in the temple we find these people. You don't find them anywhere else. Because they come to check on us. And when we are rude to them, we have to be careful. We can. This Vrindavan, this Babaji came in the temple, he was rolling on the ground and stuff. And so the devotee didn't know what to do. So they asked Prabhupada, this person is showing the symptom of love, rolling on the ground, tears coming. I don't know how, I can't even get any tears of my eyes, to put chili maybe. So he had tears in his eyes rolling on the ground. So Prabhupada said, just give him a good kick on the side and see how he reacts. So the devotees really did that. They went and gave him a kick and he ran away. He wasn't chanting anymore and rolling on the ground. That just shows he's affected by, he was just faking. I haven't seen anyone coming to our temple rolling on the ground and then showing ecstasy. So those who are pure devotees, they don't go rolling on the ground. They have feeling for Krishna always, but they're not making a show. But at the same time, if somebody is making a show, perhaps, unless Prabhupada directly tell you, you don't kick them. You can kick them if Prabhupada told you. But anyway, my point is that we are tested. We have to be very conscious of Krishna consciousness. I'm trying to make you feel good. All of you are really good. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to inspire you to be Krishna conscious. These little girls, you, whatever, who is here, you may be a very special person. That's what I'm trying to mention. So don't criticize, don't say, oh, this guy is like that. I'm trying to make you feel good how you are performing Krishna consciousness. There was one Mataji used to come here. She never stepped in the temple room. We have Bhagavatam class every day, Guru Puja. She just came outside and sitting there, looked very unhappy. And maybe people are unhappy, they can come and be happy here with us. But I told her, so that's Pusharam time, I said this Pusharam is only for those people who are coming to the program. I didn't tell her she cannot take. I told her, you have to participate in the program. Because she was just going up. And she said, TK, Indian. I never see her again. But the thing is, there's a purpose why we come to temple. We coming here to enlighten us, our Krishna consciousness, how we can serve Krishna, how we can attract Krishna. You can just do one thing. There's just so much more thing you can do. Like I was saying, it's a package deal in Krishna consciousness. Sometime you go to, during the Christmas time, they have a package. Like if you want to give someone a gift, they already arrange gift package. Inside have maybe soap or something else. If you're a Mataji, then they have a pink things and flower, all kinds of stuff. So they make it easier for you to make a gift Christmas time, a package. They're giving an idea how to give someone something. So they make package for you with the gift wrap and a star flower over it. So we are giving a package of Krishna consciousness, a deal, full package. We can't just reject one and accept the other. You have to accept the whole thing. There's class, there's chanting, attending program, associated devotees, then take prasadam. We have Mangalarati, Guru Puja, Bhagavatam class, prasadam. We could start prasadam first, 4:30 in the morning. Isn't it? Breakfast at 4:30, then Mangalarati. The Prabhupada gave us the package. So if you want the full package, you have to accept the whole package, not just one thing. Then you're cutting out one thing. If I gave you gulab jamun, you eat the whole thing. No, I don't like this part. Perfect gulab jamun, nice and round shape. There's star shape, round shape, oval shape, pear shape. These are diamonds. The different shapes. But when you make gulab jamun, the perfect shape should be round shape. So similarly, Krishna consciousness is very clear cut. It's a round shape, it's a package. You want a full package, then you have to accept the whole thing, not just what you like. What pleases Krishna, what pleases Guru Maharaj, what pleases the Vaishnavas. No, I like this only. That is okay. But we have to accept the package of Krishna consciousness. So this purport, this verse describes the entanglement of material existence. The material existence, the living entity possesses many things. Material body, children, wife, so on. So I read time and time again this purport, because this purport really gives us the essence of our preaching, Krishna consciousness. There's no need talking about love of God, rolling on the ground, hair standing and tears from my eyes. We're not on that level. But we are on the material level. So let's talk about it. These things, how we can clear way. Like I said in the beginning, a swift or smooth swimming to the other side of the river is when you can clear away the weeds that are floating on top of the water. So we are on a journey into Krishna. So they have to clear away these things. Material existence, desires, hankering, lamentations. Clear away, smooth. To do that, we have to accept the full package of Krishna consciousness, chant Hare Krishna happily. Susukham kartama bhayam. Krishna says, oh no, I have to chant again. Oh, I have to cook again. I have to do it for Krishna's pleasure. See the ultimate reason why we're doing it. It pleases Krishna. Then it becomes smooth swimming. Then becomes easy. Because the blessing will come. Oh, Prabhu, please give me blessing. It's not that easy. You want blessing, you have to work hard. You have to work for Krishna. You have to surrender, take initiation, serve your Guru Maharaj. It's a lifetime of service. It's not Prabhupada went to America and he came back He worked for it, preparing life, years and years. Elderly man on the ship nearly died. Nothing. We had the Vyas Puja that day, other day we were talking about it. And we think, oh, I come in the temple, I'm going back to Godhead. You have to work hard. Spiritual master is the example. He's showing us the path. He himself, Prabhupada is a living example. How he is showing us the process of Krishna consciousness, how to do it. You want to read so many books, study all Prabhupada's books. By heart, every word for word, page to page. Prabhupada's given us the Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Chaitamrita, Nature of Devotion, Nature of Instruction, Bhakti Sastri, Bhagavad Gita. So much there. Then he can read so many other books. Study what Prabhupada given us first. So my point is, Prabhupada given us the full package. There's no need an extra. I want extra mercy. What are you talking about? Prabhupada's given us that full package, the extra mercy. We have the deities, Radha Balva, Radha Gopinath, and say, so beautiful, so pretty. You see Radha Balva, you don't want to see, there's no comparison with the beauty of a human body, of a human being. That's transcendental, spiritual, Sachidananda. We're not seeing that. That's why we're attracted to other material things. We're not attracted to Krishna. This is why. Why am I not getting the taste? Because we're lingering in the desire within. We're not fully taking. Oh, Prabhu, am I chanting for so many? Why am I not? This is why. We are holding on to both. I will serve Krishna, but I also want to enjoy. So there's no flow of love of God. When you want to please Krishna, you let go. Oh, Krishna, I'm yours. Shishyasteham sadimam tvam prapannam. Arjuna said, I'm your disciple and a soul surrender unto you. Please instruct me. He didn't say, oh, you told me so many times, I already know. Arjuna didn't say that. He said, I'm your servant. I'm your eternal servant. Please instruct me. I'm your disciple. It's not that I'm initiated, I can do whatever I like. That's from the day he made a promise. That's the day you have to start working at it. Guru's blessed you, shown you the path. You made the contract. This is the initiation class. From that day, you have to serve for lifetime. Oh, I'm initiated now, start going down. You go up, initiation, and then you start to deviate and water down, you go down. But we have to work at it. Krishna consciousness, it's a hard work. Prabhupada started this movement. He is pure devotee of Krishna. He is an associate of Krishna. Krishna's eternal associate. He came here on the order of Krishna. He can do magic. He could be sitting in the spiritual world, boom, ISKCON comes, just by his desire. Magic, they can make things appear very quickly. But he could have sit in Vrindavan and think, and everybody in America become devotee, and there's temple. No. He showed us. You have to work hard at it. He went there, heart attack on the ship. Krishna used Prabhupada as an example. When you talk about devotional service, that's how it works. You have to work hard. When you can give up this enjoyment, we're craving for enjoyment. We are running after Mataji, running after get a visa. I can live here. Like you can live in Australia forever. Here also you have to die. You can get your visa, But then you still have to die. You still have to work hard to survive, to live here. Our purpose is to go back to Godhead. Prabhupada giving us that ultimate salvation, mukti, liberation from this material existence. I have so many friends in India who never left India. Still brahmachari living in India, Mayapur, Vrindavan, pujaris, head pujaris, brahmacharis. They never left India. My mother used to ask me, oh, take me to Australia. I said, you're not stepping out of Mayapur. They tell me you're cruel. Well, look at, it's not that wherever we go, we are going to ISKCON temple to serve. We're not doing anything different. So our purpose is to be entangled in Krishna consciousness, is to get involved in serving Krishna. That's all. Wherever we go. Where Krishna put us in heaven, no problem. This is like a heaven. Krishna put us in hell, it's okay. Wherever we go, we want to serve Krishna. If Vishnupriya Mataji, they ask her to go to hell and make milk sweets, I'm sure she doesn't mind. Because she knows that she's going there to make milk sweets for Radha Balva. Of course, that's not going to happen. Prabhupada was asked when he was in England, can you describe what is hell? Prabhupada said, this England is hell. It's so cold and always raining. So, we need to see what are the things that can bring us out of this material entanglement, this material existence. This material existence, samsara. You can see. You open this Bhagavatam, walk down the road and you can see the predictions. Birth, death, old age, disease, so many disease, every year new disease, old age, we're getting old. Everyone, no one can say I'm not getting old. Even if you're most handsome and beautiful, you still need to become old. That is a fact of life. Birth, death, old age, nobody likes birth. We wish we were born, boom, onto a banana leaf with a golden spoon, forearm form. Birth, death, old age, disease, death. So these are the existence of material life. So we have to be in knowledge to understand the realities of the material existence. That will give us the most impetus to serve Krishna. When you can study Prabhupada's books, Prabhupada's books are telling us the truth. It's not the books to study economic. It tells us the highest truth. Brahmagyan, Atmagyan, spiritual knowledge. That's why Bhagavatam is so wonderful. That's why Narada Muni, Angira Muni, they came to Chitraketu to uplift him from this family life and entanglement in material life. That's why sadhus go to Grihasta's house to inspire them, bless them, give them knowledge, teach us Vedic knowledge. Because the knowledge, Gyan, is the only thing that can enlighten us. All the other things entangles us. We want to get unentangled from material existence by serving chanting Hare Krishna, by associating with devotees, studying Prabhupada's books, taking prasad offered to Krishna. This way. Hare Krishna. Any questions? I'm speaking like there's millions of people sitting here. But everyone is listening online. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.